Welcome back to the Adventure with Advantage podcast. My name is Cody, and I play Elamir on the show. Thank you for your support. We hope you enjoy listening as much as we enjoy playing.
Welcome, everybody, to Adventure with Advantage, Session 45. For those of you on the stream, sorry, we are getting started a little late, but we are here, we're going to play. We'll see how long the session goes, but, so yeah, I'll kick us off. So previously, the party continued their journey toward the Greywood logging camp on the edge of the Greenwood. They stayed in Earths at Haymar's Tavern. There, Levy entertained the guests while the rest of the party played a game of two truths and a lie. Elamir loosened up a bit when the barkeep gave him some Celerin, an elven drink known for causing chaotic magical effects. Elamir drank it and soon could only speak primordial, but the experience changed him a bit, making him realize he had ignored the more chaotic bend of his elvenhood. Steelscar, failing to understand the game Two Truths and a Lie, told three truths and was called out by a halfling patron. The next morning, they continued their journey to Hilltopple and eventually arrived. Once there, they began to get settled when a wizard who was entertaining a small group summoned three demons. The party made quick work of them, with Levy turning one into a sloth and Casimir quickly dispatching the other. They were aided by some guards and a red-haired, freckle-faced halfling who leapt onto the back of one of the demons and began punching it in the head. Soon the only one left was the sloth demon, who the party decided to pin against a rock with Elamir's immovable rods as Levy ended the polymorph spell, and the demon was... I don't think crushed is the right word for what happened.
I'm pretty sure I grabbed just behind the head of the axe and just shoved it through their face.
For the crushed one? I'm talking about the crushed one.
Oh, no, the crushed one? That was where we turned it back into its full form after pinning it with the two immovable rods.
I was saying, I don't think it being crushed is what the right word. I don't exactly know what the word would be.
It inflated around two immovable objects.
There you go.
It's effectively, you put it in a hydraulic press.
The poor thing just never stood a chance. Well,
kind of messed up.
Picking up, as you guys all stand there and gaze at the aftermath of your work, the halfling, kind of like, stand there with hands on her hips, just says, I would say I feel sorry for it if it hadn't tried to kill it minutes ago. And she turns to you guys and goes, well, it's a good thing you guys were there. And she extends her hand and says, my name's Everly. What are your names, strangers?
I'm Levy. This here's Steelscar. Here's Casimir. And here's Elamir.
I'm Elamir.
All right. She shakes your hand and goes, well, Casimir, Levy, Steelscar, and Elamir, it's good. Nice to meet all of you. Glad you guys were here to help out.
Yeah, we were just passing through and watched some dude do some magic, and then oops.
And she's like, yeah, I need to go see what happened with that.
Need any help?
If you want to join me, if more demons appear, you guys seem to know how to handle them.
Yeah, you gotta hit them.
Or turn them into a sloth.
Yeah, can't get away that way.
She's like, well, I'm gonna see if I can follow those guards. If you want to join me, you're welcome to. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
It's only fair.
All right. So you guys want to start making your way toward where the guards were leading the halfling wizard off to?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were kind of involved. It makes sense to see it through.
Yeah. I nudge Levy and I'm like, this could be some kind of story you could whip up too, couldn't it?
Definitely could be. I see it now.
All right.
The demons at a small town.
The demons at Hilltopple. How about just that?
There you go.
Could be.
He's still
I
working
mean,
on it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
All right. Remember, need anybody to proofread it? I'm your guy.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a point. Turtle, I don't know if you noticed, your face is really close to the camera, and like at times I can only see your lower half or the upper half of your head.
Much better?
That's better, yeah. You were just really close there.
All right.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyways, so as you guys are walking, Everly's like, so what brings you guys to Hilltopple?
Just passing through, really, on a journey, and figured this would be a good place to hit up on the way.
She's like, yeah, a lot of people stop here on their way places. Where are you heading?
Can you pull up the map so I can remember?
You're heading to Greywood.
Okay, we're heading to Greywood.
I only said it in the previously section of the. If you were listening,
Yeah, but that went in like one ear and out the other.
you're just so used to it.
Like, I was there. I don't need to remember.
Nice. She's like, Greywood. Well, interesting place to go. Don't know there's a lot going on there, but whatever works for you. She's like, I'm guessing they took our halfling wizard friend to the guardhouse. We can probably find him there. And she leads you guys kind of through the streets. You guys are passing. Things have kind of gone back to normal after the demons that were attacking people. Obviously, there's a lot of guards are in the area just in case something happens again. But you guys make your way to the guardhouse.
Where in the town is the guardhouse located? Is it like on the east side?
I don't have it listed, but you guys came in. I believe it said you guys came in the south gate. I don't remember.
I thought we came in the east gate because we were right next to the stables.
It was because the stables. Okay, so you came in the east gate.
PM.
Yes.
PM. As we're walking to the guardhouse, I want to ask Everly, like, what you're asking us a lot of questions. What about you? Are you from here? Or are you also just passing through?
Sure. So real quick, the guardhouse is over here by the archery range.
Oh, okay.
It's like this one. So you guys are walking up this way. Yeah. She's like, well, I live here in Hilltopple. I've lived here all my life.
Where'd you learn to punch like that?
Insight check. Is she being truthful, or is she?
You can roll insight.
My insight is okay. It's just natural 20 on the die right there.
Okay. As far as you can tell, she seems to be telling the truth.
All right, fair enough.
Aren't you glad you got that natural 20?
What a waste!
What a waste, though. I could have used that somewhere else.
Yeah, you are certain that she's being truthful with you. There's no hint of deception or anything.
And all right, so with that in mind, I'll be like, we're planning on spending the night here. Where would you say is the best place to go? What would you recommend? What inn or tavern would you recommend, better said?
She's like, well, since I live here, I don't really stay in the tavern, so I can't say how
Which
they
one
are
has the best drink?
The sleeping here. I enjoy the Hillside Tavern. We're actually going to be passing it here on the right soon. You guys are making your way up this direction as Hillside Tavern is listed here on the north side.
So where'd you learn to punch like that?
She's like, well, I have a lot of time on my hands, not a lot to do, so I try to keep myself busy.
So you hit things.
So I hit things. Yes.
Good pastime.
I got a lot of bigger, older siblings, so I had to defend myself some way.
How big?
How big? Well, I mean, they're all halflings, so they're not too big. They're bigger in age, not necessarily size. All right. Did you?
You said it was like touristy, so things are like we're not like ducking through doors and stuff, right?
So certain areas of it are like along the hills here are a lot of I just moved the map on accent. So like along the hill here, you can see that there's like lots of like halfling homes built into the side of the hill. There's a combination. So there's definitely halfling things but there's also non-halfling, human-sized doors and buildings. I think one of you had rolled a history check on Hill.
I did that
Hilltopple,
section,
and it was basically that it was like one of the biggest halfling settlements in the area.
Yeah,
and it had been like fortified by the kingdom to
and it's
help defend it.
The family who made this was the Hilltopples.
Yes,
You shared that with us.
and they are still the ruling, or not ruling isn't the right word, but they're still the leaders of Hilltopple, or the Hilltopples.
Does that mean that they toppled the hill?
It's just I mean, you don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
So yeah, you guys, did you ask your question, Steel Scar, to her? It was just about punching stuff. How she?
That was
me.
Levy.
Okay. So you guys continue on your way, as you're passing through, and as you're walking, she's like, "Yeah, this is the hillside," and they just call it hillside just because it's on the side of the hill that's more steep. The other side's the green side because it's more green.
Oh, creative naming.
You're like, yes.
I mean, I like the names, short, sweet, and to the point.
Just like halflings.
No.
All right, so you guys continue along and eventually get to the guardhouse, and it is like a human-sized, medium-sized building. So you guys are able to step inside. You guys do so. You can see that there are some guards. You find someone who you feel like you could ask some questions if you'd like.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Let's. I just kind of want to ask about the wizard. So I just want to see what they're gonna do with him and what was that. What kind of like what happened to him?
Okay. So you walk up. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check as you walk up to this human guard. He's got kind of like these long kind of sideburns coming down.
That's my persuasion.
Hi.
Yeah, it is. So that would be a 16.
16. And so you're just asking about the wizard?
Yeah, I just want to ask about the wizard and maybe ask if I could talk to him so we could figure out where the heck that scroll came from.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think we actually did. We found out yesterday that it was at Odell's Oddities.
No, the same day.
He had mentioned it.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of asked him a few questions.
Yeah.
So the guard's like, I'm sorry that this is kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for here? A sensitive matter right now. We're not letting anyone
police
speak.
business.
Yes. We're not letting anyone speak with Albert at this time.
Got it. What are you guys going to do with him?
He's like, that is none of your business.
I mean, we did just punch and screw up a bunch of demons that popped through a portal.
No,
I look at the blood, gore, and cuts on myself and vigorously disagree.
So DM,
Yeah.
in my background, it's a military background, and it says that if this is up to your discretion if they would issue it or not, but would we be issued any kind of insignia or anything that would identify us as like part of the military?
Do you have anything that would? I mean, yeah, you could.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd have some stuff. I think we've used this before.
So what I would like to do is step in front of Levi and be like, and be like, is it one person, two people? How many people are we talking to?
You're
right
just
now?
talking to one dude, right? There was one guard that you saw that you thought, he looked like someone who was waiting if anyone came in with questions. So that's who you're discussing things with.
So I would bring out that medallion, and this one would be would show that I say this with quotation marks, am part of the military forces from Ilum.
Okay.
And I would be like, it's a very important matter that we talk to this individual because very confidential, but that scroll that he had, we've been chasing others like it, and if we can find the source of it, not just who sold it to him, but maybe whoever sold it to him got it from another place. We're just trying to pinpoint where the tracks lead us, so please let us just 5 minutes to talk to him, and
Okay,
that's all I ask of you.
Make a deception check.
And I suck at those.
Could I step up and reference the unit I served with to make it a persuasion check instead?
No, he said, "Oh, there's."
He's kind of lied and told the
Yeah,
truth.
I lied.
but
I lied.
because of the last
lied.
part where he said they were hunting people down and making him do a persuasion
Okay.
check.
Oh, persuasion.
Or I'm sorry, deception.
Oh, deception. Okay, that's fine. I'll do deception. I mean, oh.
May I pat him on the shoulder and give him guidance?
What are the components to that spell?
Touch. It is VS, so verbal and semantic.
So you have to be moving and say something. I'm assuming you'd have to, cast the spell. So I don't know. You could do it discreetly without someone
Okay.
noticing you're sitting there.
Then never mind. I will try. I will not attempt to
It's fine.
discreetly cast that cantrip.
I rolled a 16. My deception is +0, so it's a 16.
16. Okay. He kind of like looks at your medallion and he's like, as someone with a military background, I think you can understand the seriousness of the situation and that we have to follow protocol. We must speak with the captain of the guard before anyone else is able to speak with the Elbert right now.
And I understand. This is why I'm approaching you discreetly. It's we've been so close many times, but we want to actually fulfill our mission, and maybe we can all get to the bottom of this incident that happened here too, because it's all connected now in a way.
And he just again reaffirms, like, I'm unfortunately I cannot let you speak with him. At this point, Everly kind of steps up, and she goes, excuse me, and she kind of like goes like this to the guard as he kind of bends down. And you see she kind of whispers something in his ear, and he kind of immediately stands to attention. She's like, I'm so sorry. Of course, ma'am. Yes. Please follow me. And she just looks at you guys and smiles.
All right, that was weird.
Let's go.
That's us.
Nice skills.
Okay. I follow too. Wow.
Okay. So he leads you guys back, kind of pass through a bunch of people, through some, like, you see some guards moving about, people taking care of some things. Eventually kind of get to like a hallway, and in the hallway you see there are lots of doors and there are guards, and moving back and forth kind of on patrol this area. As he kind of like walks in, grabs a big thing of keys and heads down to a door, and you see him kind of like go through the keys, find the right key, stick it in, open it. He's like, I will be right outside if you need any help, ma'am. She's like, thank you. And she kind of just gestures for you guys to step inside.
Sure, we'll follow.
Yeah, we'll follow.
Okay. So you guys all step into the cell. You see the wizard. You guys just... Albert is his name, who you guys saw earlier. You can see that his hands are in these like manacles, and his fingers, that basically it's kind of like glove manacles where his fingers are kind of all spread out. And they're kind of just like, he can't move his fingers individually as he's sitting.
Can't do any of those somatic components.
Yes. As he's sitting there in his cell as he sees you guys.
Or to prevent jazz hands.
That too, that's fine. As he sees you guys, he's like, please, you have to help me get out of here. I swear it was an accident.
Usually demon summonings aren't, they're not easy to do accidentally.
He's like, I know, that's what I'm saying. Would you think, like, if I was going to summon demons, you think I would just do it in the middle of the town? It's like the stupidest thing anyone could possibly do.
I mean,
But
that's
you did.
Demon summoners, logic, reasonable action don't usually go hand in hand. You're not really making a good case, Pierce. Where do you have any more of those scrolls?
He's like, I just bought the one scroll, okay?
And you mentioned you got it from Odell's Oddities, right?
Yeah, he's like, yes. So I bought the scroll from Odell's Oddities. He told me that it would summon a large firework explosion in the sky. And so I bought it because I thought it would be a great finale to one of my performances. He didn't say anything about it summoning demons.
I asked him if he would be
named
okay
Firework?
with me at casting Zone of Truth, so that to ensure that we can trust his answers.
He's like, of course, I have nothing to hide.
Okay, I will cast Zone of Truth. So we have 10 minutes to ask him questions, and here I'll post the info over in our chat.
What's the DC on that?
I don't think there's a DC. Wait, hold on, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta.
you create a
Until
magical
the
zone
spell
that
ends,
guards
they
its
they must make a charisma saving throw on a failed save. They can't speak a deliberate lie. I know whether they succeed or fail on their saving throw. So if
Okay.
he passes
So
and able to resist it, I
will
know
roll.
that he's not under the zone's effect.
He rolled a natural 20. So
Oh.
Well, he can also
He can choose
to fail.
Yeah, he could choose to fail
you
too.
can choose to fail? Does it say you can just choose to fail?
Yeah.
I mean, it's any
Yes.
roll that you can choose to fail.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he hasn't. He said he has nothing to hide. So like,
And
he
not just
willingly
that, but
accepts the zone of truth.
all of us around him, Casimir would technically have to roll 2.
I would
I'd ask-
choose to fail.
I failed anyways.
I'm rolling. I don't know what you guys are gonna ask me.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You don't have to respond, and you can try and obfuscate your response by not telling a lie, but also
I
not
would
taking-
etherealness away.
You just disappear.
Yeah, you technically don't have to say anything.
The meme where you just deuce.
Oh yeah, it just fades away.
Now it's only though in the zone, and I'm assuming you.
Yes.
Did you like leave the room and then do it from there, or do you like just do it toward him? What are you doing? Because it's like a
Let me
15
double
foot
It's a
cone.
radius.
It's a
It's a
cone,
radius.
right?
50
radius.
foot radial sphere.
Oh, it's a radius. Okay,
It
so
is a
radius.
sphere. It's a ball.
Okay, so pretty much everyone in that room, and potentially even
Some guards
outside the
outside.
room. Some
I
guards
will center it in
outside
such a
there.
way where the center of it is focused on the halfling and the cell he is in. So I would
Okay,
not
so
be
you-
we're trying to catch us in it. It would be clearly trying to catch him in
Just
it.
like everyone. I
Let's,
need everyone to step out. Everyone to step out for
Let's
a
just
second.
hope there isn't like someone outside that's like talking about their relationship with their lover and they're having problems and it's just boom, one of them get hit by Zone of Truth.
Oh gosh. Ideally
And they-
both of them. Communication's key.
So we'll say that. Yeah, I mean, it's the cells aren't too big, so you're gonna get it. I mean, does it say anything about like going through walls? I mean,
I don't
It's a
believe
zone.
you.
it's a
It
zone.
just
so, I
says
mean,
a 15-foot radial sphere centered on a point of your
I don't think
choice
it would go
within
through like a
range.
wall, though. I mean,
Nah, I would just say it'll get all of us
I
in the room.
imagine
And that's
stone
about
walls
it.
would stop it just like most spells are stopped by a stone
Okay.
wall.
okay.
But
so
if
then we
there's a
have-
window, it would go around it probably.
Okay, so we'll say it.
Halfling in the next cell confesses murder.
I did it! I swear.
It's only if you ask.
That's
the
a good question. Is there anyone else in the various cells in this wing?
Well, it wouldn't affect anyone because they don't have. You're doing it in his cell. I would say the only
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah.
it affect, other
Question-
than you guys,
I still
And
hold that question of like, are there
Everly
others
is
listening
like
in and shit like that?
one or two guards who are standing outside are the only people who would affect.
The guards are just like shit.
All right,
Uh,
we cast it, and you asked.
What is your spell save DC, by the way?
15. Sorry, Beyond
Okay.
is still kind of freaking out a bit.
All right, you know
Charisma
that
or wisdom?
Everly succeeded on it.
So he chose to succeed on it.
She
No,
chose to succeed.
Everly-
Oh,
that-
she chose. Okay.
Yeah, and she
I'm
doesn't
mixing
know
up
you
names.
guys. She has no reason to. The two guards outside failed.
I failed.
I choose to fail.
I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
So I think
Is
the
there
only
such a
one.
thing?
What did Elamir? What did you do? Did you seriously?
I rolled
leave?
an 11.
Okay, so everyone failed except for Everly.
Okay. And I
Okay.
haven't rolled, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's you too. Yeah, you're part of it.
Yeah. Here, I'll, out of curiosity. That's a nat 20. Okay.
Nice.
You
God,
can
I'm
lie.
getting, yeah. Apparently,
Okay.
I started
Lying
hitting
paladin.
good rolls.
All right. So what questions do you have for him?
Were you ever alone? Were you always sorry? Did you ever leave the scroll alone outside of your like vision?
He's like, I bought it and took it to my house, but like, and then I used it. So I mean,
Same day?
when I was, Yeah, like I bought it. Well, no, I bought it last night, and then today is when I used the scroll. So I mean, between that time, yeah, wasn't staring at it the whole time. It was in my house. I'm the only one who lives there.
I'm kind of wondering. I wonder out loud to these guys. It's like, wonder if someone like could have switched the scrolls or something.
I'd ask Everly, do you know this magician? Like, is he normally a stand-up guy?
She's like, I don't know Albert like personally, but yeah, he does a lot of street magic, and he's never done anything like this before.
No prior demon summonings. First offense.
So can you tell if someone is lying with this? If they succeed? No, if they succeeded, you can't. It's only if they failed that you can tell they're lying, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can't lie.
It's yeah. So for example, if she from here on out, if she tells a lie, I have no way of knowing. But I know that she resisted the field and chose to resist the field.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I can tell that she chose to resist it, and so for some reason she chose to not be subject to it.
To telling the truth to a bunch of strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily illogical for someone to resist it, but it's still something to keep in mind.
Okay. Any other questions you may have for Albert here?
I think the only expansion I'd say is an affected creature is aware of the spell and thus can avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. So if they're so they can try to be evasive and such.
Yeah, they can just refuse to answer.
Yeah, they can either refuse or they can skirt the boundaries of the truth.
Which
the
obviously
whole thing of as long as they don't technically try lying, that nothing bad happens.
Yeah. Nate, you have any other questions?
I have a question. So I'll look at Albert and I'll be like, so you claim that this scroll was supposed to release fireworks. Is this what you were told the scroll does?
That is what I was told the scroll does. That's why I bought the scroll.
All right.
What, if you are innocent, what would you suggest someone does? Because we can't break you out of prison.
He's like, I would go speak with Odile to figure out why he sold me the scroll.
And then I'd ask both of them kind of the same question I asked before. Like, is Odile normally a shady character?
You're asking Everly and Albert?
Yeah, both the halflings.
Albert's like, they both kind of like look at each other and they're like, yeah, he's kind of a shady guy.
Okay, good. Good. It'd be boring if he wasn't.
Shady's not maybe the best word Everly says. I think sleazy's a good word. He's kind of a sleazy businessman.
Okay. I'm glad you added businessman to that.
What was your question, Cassie?
Bloody sills.
Does he have anything else that he bought from this sleazy businessman?
You're asking Albert.
Yep, Albert. I'm asking Albert if he has anything else that he bought from the sleazy businessman or the sleazy businessman's associates.
He says, no, this is all I bought from Odile. I bought some other stuff from him, but this is the only thing I bought when I bought the scroll.
Okay. What are the other things you bought from him in the past?
Other things I bought from in the past were like months ago. I've not bought anything from him for a bit. It's always just random odd little items.
Okay.
Things around my house.
You didn't buy like a scroll a month ago and not use it yet.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Well, guys, should we visit this Odile's then?
I believe so.
As we're leaving, I want to just turn to him, point my finger in the air, and go bang, and have like sparks fly out, and just be like, "See, it's a little bit safer that way."
He's like, "Oh, you'll have to show me that." Before you guys leave, Everly kind of steps in front of the door. He's like, "Wait, so you guys have to tell the truth?"
Yeah.
she looks at Levy and goes, "Hey, so what do you think about him?" And she points to Sealscar.
I like him a lot. He's a nice guy.
She's like, "Oh, that's sweet. What do you think about him?" And then she points to Casimir.
I like him too. I think he's a nice guy.
Aww.
And then she points to Sealscar. Sealscar, she says, "What do you think about him?" And she points to Elamir.
Asking me?
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I forgot who Elamir. Oh, okay. I know. My mind went blank.
That says enough.
No. That's me, not Steelscar. Steelscar's like, I like him. He's pretty resourceful. He knows his way around, and if we need to follow anything or get things done, he's your guy.
I am that guy.
She's like, you guys just sound like a bunch of BFFs.
Yeah, we are.
Are you jealous?
She's like, maybe a little bit.
I mean, what's better than adventuring with your buddies?
She's like, maybe I'll have to go adventuring. But
Just gotta get some buddies.
Let's head over to Odell's and see what he has to say. And so you guys head out.
Yep.
All right. As you're walking away, you can hear one of the guards. He's just like, I don't know, man. I just don't know how I feel about working here.
I really see myself doing this in 10 years.
He's like, I don't see myself doing this in 10 years. He's like, I just kind of took this job because I didn't really have anything else to do. And the other one's like, I know how you feel, man.
I only took this job because I got my girl pregnant.
They're just having this conversation.
It's like, whoa, this is way too much truth.
Okay. All right, so you guys.
I'll actively dispel the effect as we leave,
Okay.
just so they don't have to suffer for another 8 minutes.
Well, I think it's only on a location. I don't think it follows
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, but I'll
That's
still
that
dispel
point.
it so it doesn't
Oh,
stay there. Because otherwise it lasts 10 minutes, and that can be a pretty awkward 10 minutes.
Okay, and as you guys leaving, Elbert's like, please clear my name. I'm innocent. These guys leaving, and the guards have closed the door. He's kind of shouting through the bars.
I'll say maybe.
Nah.
Okay. Well, the guard follows you out as you guys are leaving. You make your way toward Odill's. Where's Odill's on the map here?
It's in the southwest.
Yeah, it's down here. Okay, so yeah, it's not too far from where you guys are, which is here. Everly leads you guys to Odill's, so you guys can go speak with him about the scroll. So you guys make your way past the west gate. You can see some people coming in and out. It's a busy town. Lots of people moving around. Eventually, you find Odill's. It is a small store that you can see, and as you guys step in, you kind of see this. Assuming you'd be Odill, the owner of this establishment. This halfling, he's got slicked back black hair. He's got kind of these long mutton chop sideburns. And as you guys walk in, he's like, "Welcome to Odill's. How may I help you today?"
Yeah. So, wondering if you heard what happened earlier.
It's there's lots of things that happen in town. What are you referring to?
The demons.
Demons. I heard about some demons in town.
Yeah.
Heard some people took care of them before they caused any trouble.
Yeah, they did. Just kind of wondering to ask you, the man that summoned them is telling us that you sold him the scroll for it.
And who might that be?
Albert?
Albert. Not ringing a bell.
Said you might be selling him a scroll to make some fireworks for him.
Scroll to make fireworks? I mean, I sell a lot of stuff. Just, nothing ringing a bell right now. Can you insight check him? Yeah, go ahead.
Is there anybody else in the store?
Can I join them on that?
19 on the inside check.
Can I join them on that inside check as well?
You can roll inside as well, yeah. There's one or two people just milling about looking at stuff.
I roll poorly, so my roll doesn't matter. I rolled a 2.
Okay. What'd you roll, Levy?
19.
19. Yeah, you can tell he's not being honest with you.
Look here. We've had a long day. We've killed some demons. Don't make it any harder than it has to be. Just tell us what you know.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
I am going to intimidate him.
Okay, you can roll intimidation check.
Because I was trying to decide with him.
I mean, I rolled a 16 plus 6 for my intimidation, so I'm 22.
You have six on intimidation.
I do.
You have a +4 or whatever,
Yeah.
+5 with charisma. So.
Yeah.
I would just what I would like to do is be towering next to Levy, you know, not really doing anything, just like, you know, stretching back, reaching for my sword, just grabbing the hilt and not pulling it out or anything.
Just looking big.
Yeah.
Anytime intimidation comes up at all, Steel Scar's like, I just really want to.
I want to be behind him. I just want to be behind and imitate.
My arms crossed.
I don't know. If I saw Steel Scar, I'd be a little nervous.
Sure, you can roll with advantage since Steel Scar's attempting to
If we got higher than a 22.
help you out.
You never know.
That would be a 21.
So no, not higher than 22. He kind of like looks at Steel Scar, looks at you, and is like, "Okay, it's maybe ringing a bell for me. What do you want to know?"
Who sold you the scroll, or where'd you get the scroll?
Who sold me the scroll? Well, why exactly do you need to know that information?
Well, because whoever sold the scroll of possibly summoning demons.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. We'll give you advantage since you intimidated them.
28.
28. Okay. he kind of like thinks over what you say. He's like, "Yeah, that would be bad for business." All right. Why don't you follow me over here? And he kind of like leads you over to kind of the you know, there's like a kind of a bar place where he does, you know, the transactions. It kind of leads you off to the side, and he's kind of standing up on like a platform, so he's kind of at eye level with you.
You gotta make himself taller for sale.
Yeah, he's going to taller. As he kind of leans forward and he's like, "So you want to know who sold the scroll to me?"
Yeah.
And he kind of just whispers in your ear, is like, "Abner Broadsouls."
Abner Broadsouls.
What a nerdy name.
Is
Who's Abner?
he also a halfling, or?
Yes, he's a halfling, lives on Greenside. Don't know exactly where.
We know about that. It's the green side.
And did you get a good look at this scroll before when you sold it? Did you get a good look and make sure that it was like actually a scroll of fireworks or not?
He's like, "I'm not the magic type. I was told that it would shoot fireworks."
Ah, that's fine.
Well,
Can I insight check that?
This person ripped you off. Did he sell you anything else that you might want to check and make sure he didn't pull something over your eyes?
He's like, "That's all he sold me right now."
Can I insight check him for the that? It was
Sure.
17.
Can roll insight. You rolled a 17.
No, well 13 plus 4, so 17 total.
17.
Yeah.
Okay. He seems to be telling you the truth. You feel like you've intimidated him and persuaded him to avoid suspicion of selling a scroll that would summon demons.
It would be bad, definitely be bad for his business if everyone knew that he was selling illegal stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
well, especially if they knew it was his fault that you know a bunch of people got attacked by demons in the center square during their festival.
Yep.
Yeah, he basically you get the sense that he's kind of he understands like this is kind of survival mode here. Like,
Also,
looks
DM,
bad on him if he knew about this. What?
one last thing. This shop that we're in, what do we see around us? What's in
Sure.
this?
There's just a bunch of like little odds and ends, just random little things like, you know, maybe what looks like a letter opener, just some mugs, some cups, some plates, some you know, small mirrors, just a bunch of little random assortments.
I would like to cast Detect Magic and see if I notice anything fun or interesting.
He's just gonna start walking around detecting magic and everything. Okay.
I'll concentrate for up to 10 minutes while wandering around.
So
Okay.
I lean in too as well, and I also want to ask him some more questions.
What do you want to ask?
I want to ask him what he knows about Abner Broadsouls.
Sorry, I'm reading my notes. He's like, I mean, not much. I know he lives here, and he was looking to sell the scroll, and I bought it.
How much did you buy it for?
It's like, I don't really feel like that's any of your business.
I mean, you might have gotten ripped off.
Make a persuasion check.
Wow.
21. Wait,
Come on.
26. Sorry.
26. He's like, he thinks for a moment, he's like, you said it summoned 3 demons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think I got ripped off.
Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. I want to know, and I'll roll for it. What is Everly's reaction? I would think she would kind of care about this news.
Okay. Go ahead and roll insight.
13.
13. She's just kind of listening as you guys are doing all the talking and kind of just looking around, taking it all in. I'd say maybe just from what you're hearing, she knows about Abner. You're not certain exactly what capacity.
We can always ask her once we go outside.
Yeah. I'll plan on that.
Okay. Yeah, you mind if we have a look around the shop for a second? See if there's anything we want to buy?
Looks like your friend's already taking care of that.
Oh,
Maybe
they're shopping. They're in shopping mode.
I'm browsing with Casimir right now.
Okay.
Not
Please,
pain.
take a look. But as long as we are on the same page that I'm innocent in all this, I'm welcome to take a look around.
At the moment.
I just tell him, they got your customer in jail, so if some more official questioning comes about, probably don't give him a hard time.
He's like, well, unless you guys are here with an official guard business, I am sure that I will be getting questioned by them.
I'm not unofficial. I have no titles.
Evo's like, yeah, they're a little slow. I think we got the head start.
Yes.
What
Shopping?
do we find? What do we find? DM, me and Casimir, since we're both like looking around.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Keep an eye. I have detect magic going, so anything magical is what I'll focus on. Probably.
You don't come across anything magical. It was just a lot of the odds and ends. Like I said, find some necklaces, bracelets, some jewelry, hat here and there, a pair of shoes. It's just
a
bunch.
Find any fancy eye patches?
You come across what looks to be an eye patch, yeah.
Okay. Is it like a fancy one? Would it be an upgrade for Flump?
Well, I don't really, to be honest, I don't know what a fancy eye patch is.
It's like gold embroidered and
has bejeweled.
Yeah.
Bedazzled or whatever.
Maybe it belongs to like a pirate or something.
Does it have an embroidered hook on it?
It seems like just kind of a basic eye patch. Nothing super fancy about it.
Okay. Levy, Flumpy already has an eye patch, yes?
Yep.
Okay, then I will leave that eye patch alone.
You need a bedazzled one for Flumpy, right?
Yeah, we can
Indeed.
Gotta get him bedazzled.
Or get him a magically enhanced one, and you can shoot a laser or something.
I like that. I like
Talk
that.
about putting it.
Get him one that lets him shoot prismatic spray or Eldritch Flash.
Or color spray.
How late or early is it?
You what?
How late or early is it?
What
time of day would you say is that?
I think I said. I'm trying to remember honestly. I thought that you guys arrived.
You said late afternoon.
Yeah, hold on.
Because you said the sun was just starting to go down.
When you arrived in Hilltopple?
Yeah. Because you said it was going to be half a day from when we left when we camped out the night. You said we would be there before it got dark.
Yeah, so I'd say you arrived there if I were to give you a real time 3 o'clock.
Okay. So would you say
so at this point probably about
evening?
Yeah, it's getting close. It's not late evening, but 4:30 is what it's getting close to.
All right, fair enough. Thank you. That's just visual mind for myself.
Yes.
What season is it?
Well, you guys just had You had a fall not too long ago because you were in Mad King's Jack's festival. I don't know. Okay, it's always nice here in the.
You know, at 4 o'clock in summer is different than 4 o'clock in winter. Okay.
What's the temperature? What's the
Shut up.
humidity like? What's the pressure?
Want to know all the things.
I just want to know if I should be bundled in my cloak or not.
No, it's not cold. You're good. Not winter.
Well,
All right. You have any other questions?
I'm
or
done
anything
with this
you
man.
want,
Yep, I'm done
Odell?
with this man as well.
I'm done too.
able to go outside.
Okay, so you guys step outside, and Everly is like, "Well, sounds like we need to go speak with Abner."
Yeah, do you know anything about him?
Who is he?
She's like, I've known Abner. He's not like a friend. It's more like
Acquaintance?
just maybe like an acquaintance, like just someone you run into here and there. He's kind of like a shy guy. He keeps to himself, but he's, has been here all his life, like me, and so we run into each other here and there. But like I said, I'm not like best friends with the guy, but I know who he is. I know where he lives. I know a bit about him. That's about it.
Cool. Well, should we go pay him a visit?
It's like, I think that sounds like a good idea. See what's going on here.
I want
follow me?
as we're walking out, I want to look at Everly and be like, Everly, I have a question for you.
She's like, sure, big man. What is it?
What's your rank and status here? Because you talked to that guard fairly easily, and he just let us walk in like nothing.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. Persuasion. Oh, she's a halfling, right?
Yes.
It's not a dwarf.
She's got a door.
17 total.
17 total.
Yeah, it's a raw roll. These are raw rolls because I
She
have
just-
plus zeros here.
She just kind of smiles and goes, let's just say my last name is Hilltopple.
Makes sense.
That would make sense.
Okay. Yep.
Makes perfect sense then.
She's like, all right, we're good.
We good.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Explains why you're bored too. I could imagine rich family. You just kind of have to sit around, do rich family things.
Big family,
I get
Right.
it.
So you guys head out.
Crack the case though.
You crack the case, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys head out from Odil's, make your way over to Greenside. He lives in a house. As she leads you guys right here along the hill on the green side here. This hill. So basically, the hill in the middle is like a very tall hill, and there's like a set of steps that lead up to High Hill, which is kind of the surrounded area where the Hilltopples live. So Abner seems to live here in one of the houses among the hill, as she takes you guys up, and you kind of like go back and forth on this kind of path that leads up, and you're passing a bunch of halfling dwellings as you're going up, and you eventually reach a small house. You can see there's kind of a small little round door, some windows you can kind of see inside a bit, but not too much. As Everly walks up and is like, she kind of turns to you and is like, so is there anything we want to be on the same page here before I knock, or are we just gonna go for it?
YOLO.
We've
YOLO
never
wants to go
asked-
for it.
Yeah, we've never established that
She's
before.
like, yeah, you guys kind of seem to fly by the seat of your pants. All right,
Yeah, it's the best
let's
part.
do it. Just knocks on the door. There's like no answer for a second, and you hear some shuffling inside.
I break the door. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
As you see the door kind of slightly open, just a little, and you hear the small, kind of timid voice. Yes. How can I help you?
Could we come in for a second? Because this might be a long conversation.
He's like, I'm a little busy right now, and I don't know who you are.
Well, we know you, and we also know something about a scroll that you happen to sell, which turned out to open a door to another plane and bring out demons.
And he, as you say that, you kind of just like see an eye, and his eye kind of gets wide as he kind of like, it's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and he like goes to close it, and then Everly like puts her hand on the door and kind of like keeps it open. Is like, Abner, we need to talk. It sounds like you're in a bit of trouble. So I'm gonna have her roll. Okay, she's rolling well. And Abner, the door kind of like, you can tell he was trying to push it closed, and he stops and kind of just thinks for a moment and then opens it. He's like, fine, come in, quick. You guys can enter in. You have to kind of duck because this is a halfling dwelling that you guys are in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll duck.
Okay, you guys
I
all
will
shuffle
goose.
inside.
Yeah. Do we have to? Is it like really crowded?
Is it like, what do you mean? Is it really crowded?
I mean,
Oh, so
I'm imagining
you roll the
small
house.
door that like
So
the
you-
house itself is small too.
So well, yeah, the whole house is kind of short, so you're kind of having to keep your head ducked, but you're kind of like in this little foyer. It's like a house, this little foyer area that you guys are in. And he's like, please, take a seat, as he gestures to a room where there's some chairs and stuff. They seem like they could probably hold your weight.
Okay.
I test,
But would
I
they
test
be
that
comfortable?
theory.
You test that theory. You think you could find a way to sit in them comfortably. It seems that they have been made to be able to accommodate some people such as you in your size.
I take one of my movable rods and I click it so I could have a footrest.
Okay.
Could I get the other one, Elamir?
You have the other one. Oh, yeah.
No,
Elamir has both.
I
Yeah.
got both of them.
Yeah, 'cause he is too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought
That's
one.
fair.
Yeah. Can you,
I'll give it to Levy and say I cleaned all the sloth guts off of it.
Oh,
so
thanks.
we're good.
appreciate it. I
Uh,
also will have a footrest then. That sounds great.
All right, so you guys take a seat in the halfling dwelling, and then you're sitting in the on the furniture, doing what you can. So Abner again. So he I didn't describe him. So he's kind of got brown reddish hair. He's a small goatee, kind of some sideburns that comes down. His clothes seem kind of earthy tones. As he looks kind of white in the face. He looks kind of nervous.
I mean, understandable.
As you guys are enter the room and are asking this question, he's like, okay, so what do you want to talk about?
Well, where'd you get the scroll for one thing?
And he kind of like looks at Everly for a second, and she's like, Abner, we gotta know, cause some trouble. We need to know where you got the scroll. He's like, do you mind if I just go make some tea real quick, just to calm my nerves?
Yeah.
He's kind of like
you mind if I
shaking
go
as
with
he's
you?
talking. He's like, you're welcome to follow me into the kitchen if you would like, big metal man.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I do.
Okay, you walk in as you see him. He gets a small kettle, fills it with water, as he places it on a stove and lights the stove as he is just kind of waiting there. And he kind of is just sitting there like, he's not looking at you. He's kind of like just looking out the window and like tapping his finger, but you can tell he kind of keeps kind of like looking over at you. He just is a nervous wreck, it seems. Like this guy is just freaking out at this point.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna try to calm him down.
Okay.
I'll be like, look, man. I'm like, look, Abner, right? Yeah, look,
Yes.
Abner. We're not here to pin the blame on anyone. So we know who you sold it to. Someone else bought the scroll, thinking it did one thing, but it released demons. Now, all we want to know is where you got it from. Once that happens, we'll be out of your hair and on to the next, whatever this lead you give us takes us to. But some people are already in trouble because of this, so we just want to know so we can help them out. Think of it as you helping someone else get out of trouble before you get into trouble.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, come on.
It's not
Because
necessarily
you're naturally intimidating.
not necessarily because of you, because he is just an absolute nervous wreck. So it would take a
Mhm.
lot to calm his nerves.
You said persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I rolled a 19, but I'm gonna have to go with the 12.
12. Okay. He's like, He kind of looks like, demons? Oh gosh. Oh no, 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 oh no. Then suddenly the kettle starts whistling really loudly. As he's just sitting there like, no, 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 no. And he eventually shakes himself out of it as he grabs the kettle and pours it into a cup, and he gets a tea bag and, begins to, what's that called? Steep it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
tea bag.
do you need some tea?
I would love a cup, please. Thank you.
Like, okay, and he gets another cup and goes through everything he needs to and hands you a small cup of tea.
Halfling hospitality.
As he comes walking into the room where you all are, as he takes a seat and begins just like sip his tea and hold it close. He's like, okay, you want to know about the scroll? It's like, oh, okay, well, your friend here just told me that summoned some demons, so that's not good.
No.
I heard about that, and I was hoping that it wasn't related to me, but oh gosh. Okay, well,
Look, we're not blaming you for anything. Just don't worry. Nothing's going to happen if you just tell us the truth. That's all we want to know is what happened and the truth.
he's like, okay. Recently, my grandfather passed away, Bragdon Broadsouls.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. Ripe old age. I spent some time with my grandpa. Not a ton of time, but we did some things together here and there. I was the closest of kin when he passed away. So it was my job to go through his stuff. So I started going through his stuff. And most of it, was pretty normal stuff. And I was able to sell some of the stuff, keep the stuff that I wanted, give it to people that he had left in his will, all that. It took care of all of it for him. But as I was going through his house, I found an old trunk. And I started going through it, and there were some weird things in there. The scroll I'm assuming you're talking about was one of them.
What else was in that chest?
There were a few other things. I haven't quite figured out what to do with them, but with this new information, I am even more concerned and don't know what to do with them.
Could you bring them out? I might be able to figure out what they are.
And he's like, sure, if you can help, that would be great. Just let me go grab it. And he sees he shuffles off away down a hall. You can hear him moving around some stuff falling over and tipping. He's kind of like mumbling to himself. And then he comes walking out with a trunk. As he's walking, you see him like trip on the edge of like a rug. It just kind of drops the stuff and just kind of falls down flat on his face, hits his face on the trunk as his nose starts bleeding, and he's like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I am so sorry about this.
I will lay on hands to heal his face.
Okay, and as you go to do that, he reaches for this red medallion that you see, and as he touches it, that it's came out of the trunk, it's scattered on the ground, he reaches for it, he goes to hand it to Levy, and suddenly you watch as the medallion lights up. From the blood on his hands, as it's just suddenly bright white light consumes the room.
Would I be able to counterspell that?
You could try.
Sure, might as well.
Okay.
And I would like to reaction to grab the halfling and fling him behind me away from the medallion.
Okay, go ahead and do counterspell if you want.
So
At what level?
Let me see. I'm looking real quick.
yeah, it's like what level spell is it?
No. What level
You don't know. Yeah, you got it. You got to do it. You don't know what it is.
Well,
You
you
have to
attempt
pick.
to interrupt the creature in the process of casting a spell. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, its spell fails and has no effect. If it's casting a spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting modifier.
Yeah, so
DC
you would-
equals 10 plus the spell level. Okay.
You would cast counterspell, and I would tell you what happens. If it's below that, then I would just say it fails. If it,
He's just telling you have to commit first.
yeah,
Yeah. So I have a 19.
19. What were you? What level? What spell slot were you using?
4th?
4th for
Yeah.
you? Okay. Lighthouse. You quickly go to counterspell, and nothing seems to happen. You sense that there wasn't really a spell being cast there.
Yep.
He played
Casimir,
you.
Played.
Casimir, you try and grab him as the bright light consumes everyone in the room. As you guys,
But I see the bright light because of my eyesight.
I guess you.
Yeah, it's like
You see everything that takes place, but suddenly you watch as your surroundings change, and everything for what was a nice hobbit home, or hobbit, good lord, I'm sorry, halfling home.
Do you want to get sued?
A nice halfling home. You guys find yourself in a very odd place, and I think that's probably a good spot to wrap up this session.
Wow, you
Dios
got
mío.
us. You got us good right there.
hanging from a cliff.
There we go. I don't think it's worth it to get in at this point.
No.
We don't have enough time.
So it's us four.
Let's here.
Everly
I'll just
and Abner
do this.
with us.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
And
that's all I know.
you look up. You see red. You see stone walls, and we will pick up the rest.
Oh no!
Next
You took us
session.
to the infernal realm.
We're in hell.
We're in hell, basically.
And it
Bring
turns
it
out
on!
Everly's-
Ooh, wait. How blue is the world? Is the whole world blue?
Does he see blue?
We're done with the session. No more information for you guys.
Damn it. I have so many questions.
I know.
All right.
Scott, what is this? You got us.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for a session tonight. Sorry it didn't go as long and was a little shorter, but next session will be fun.
Yes, it
Yeah,
will.
I
We're
promise you
excited.
Looking forward to it.
So thank you everyone for joining us for Adventure with Advantage, our 45th session, coming up on our 50th session. I will say we do have a fun surprise for our 50th session. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know the date on when that'll be. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen between then and now? So it's variable. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. It was fun.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Adventure with Advantage podcast. We can't thank you enough for your support. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for updates on episode releases at our Twitter handle at AWA_DND, or catch us live on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/AWA_DND. Thanks.